Hello and welcome back to Yes Guy Gaming, and we're back with another episode of IQ Reaction Commentary. My name is Garrett May, former beach volleyball professional player, indoor volleyball player, and professional coach, reacting to this series. Thank you guys for the support. It's getting good. We're in the great moments. It's exciting. I'm eager to get back into it. There's details in every match. You guys have been giving me tips in the comments below, some feedback. I appreciate it. One thing I will say is, I love this series. This is a lot of fun. All the characters are great. It's a great show. So anything I say, just keep that in mind. So let's get to it. Right. In the middle of a game, the setter battle, and there's a setter switch. Kageyama getting subbed out for Suga. Puts his hand on his shoulder. Don't get depressed. We're just changing the rhythm. Respect. These guys, great respect between the two. Maybe. He's yelling at him for getting subbed out. Like, relax, buddy. Like, yeah, the match isn't over. Like, he could go back in. Yeah, he hasn't lost. Yeah, like, get the heck out of here, Hinata. Like, we're in the middle of a sub. Relax. Great advice by coach. Take stock from the bench. Take a look. Settle down. Suga will handle things from here. Suga just hits them all. Hey! Ha! But high fives Nishinoya. Let's break their streak. These guys seem hyped to have a little boost from the bench. It's about time you made a sub, coach. So he's saying Hinata noticed Kageyama get all quiet and was affected. He wasn't saying it out loud. Yeah, he could tell he was in his head. These two have a nice connection. He knows when the other, they don't really like each other, I guess, or they do, they respect, I don't know. He comes in and starts yelling at everybody. Daichi, pick your shit up, you're the captain. Hey, Suga, you've been playing like garbage. Run it quick and I'll set you in your pound it, you idiot. Okay, so he identified that he knows that Suga is a lot more calm and control. Their block doesn't need to be as complicated. Out to Tanaka, one-on-one immediately. Oh, he gets dig, Tanaka. What are you doing? Oh, he thinks the block is low where the setter is. But you got triple blocked, bud. Denied is right. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've seen people do this switch before, but not like that. You can only do that on a high ball situation, and it's a rare move. He says, hey, I'm used to people aiming for me because my block is low. Respect. Yeah, I mean, great move. For sure a great move, but a really rare one, especially to call it out beforehand. So Suga must be some sort of like, he's really the smart guy, but maybe just can't physically play as well as Kageyama. No, we need a jump float. At least jump float. Bare minimum. So he sets the A quick. Hinata commits fully. Hinata committed fully on a guy previously and didn't block him, but this time he did. Why was he surprised? Great block, Hinata. Maybe everybody's just feeling better because Suga's in there now. Oh, Suga told him. He said, hey, they're probably going to do it quick. Why was Suga not yelling this shit out from the bench, buddy? See, way back in earlier episodes, I suggested that Suga should start. He is the leader, he's the third year, he's got the experience, he's intelligent. Kageyama is far more skilled, but you can see in a situation like this, experience might win out. Okay, they're down by 7 still though. Didn't do anything. Okay, their little signal, open hand. So he gave him his signal. So what's the open hand signal? A meter ball or something? Good dig, Daichi. It's about time you figured your shit out. Okay, so they're talking mid-rally. What do they run, a step around? A back play? So he sets him the back shoot. That's an impressive play. Like, and he pounds it. Yeah, what are you talking about? Suga's not a genius. He just set a back shoot to Hinata and found him, he pounded it. Gave him the signal, everything. No block? This guy's legit. Okay, so now we have a, okay, 21, okay, Karasuno coming back. 21-15. 22-15. Oh, they both went for it and it landed for an ace. That happens a lot. Through the seam, unsure whose it is, and it lands. That's a classic. I'm surprised that's the first time we've actually seen that. Oh, he goes for the spin, but then he turns it into a float and drops it short. This guy's a great server. I've seen that too. Never with the float though. Often you see guys roll shot it short rather than pop in a float. That's actually way harder. These guys are all like international level skill right now with the shit they're doing. So how do they even elevate it when these guys get older? Like, they must be doing some insane shit later on. Daichi's got it. Yeah, take it away from Asahi, because we learned last episode Asahi's not a great passer. Oh, a back attack to Daichi. But they were on it. But it was an overpass. Hinata's got it. It goes right to him. Oh, he went to hit it. Kageyama just yells, "You suck," from the bench. Can you tell he's bitter for being subbed out at all? Okay, so the quick timing is a little bit slower. So he jumps and blocks him. Wow, this guy's got a lot of time to track down that ball. Out? Oh, went off the block and out. Who cares though? It was 24-15. Like, you weren't going to win that set anyways. Hey, I like the positivity after you lost the first set. They got to take it to 3 now. Okay, so what's coach going to do? We'll go as is with our second set. Okay, so Okawa's serves scored about 10 points-ish. A lot of points they scored. Defense to maximize efficiency with a few players. So what are they doing? They're just chirping each other. So the setter comes in. Yeah, Suga comes in, and the coach is saying he's doing a good job, but he's not special. But they're thrown off by that fact, which is weird. Like, normally when a setter comes in and is just setting high balls and basic offense, like, that would be your opportunity to get set and be ready. I don't know why they're so thrown off by it. I guess Suga did run that back shoot play, which means they're pretty good. Yeah, like, they're identifying that their opponents are in a state of confusion. They just won 25-15. I'm pretty sure there's no state of confusion here, coach. So he's saying he's scared to be in the front row and have these opponents attacking him with their attacks because he's got a small block. But oftentimes those small guys with the block, they do get attacked, but they often get a lot of blocks for that reason. If you keep trying to attack a specific blocker, like, you're going to get some blocks. So Suga, get out there and get a block, buddy. Forget how big your block is. Be solid, get a block. Interesting how they're focusing a lot on Kageyama while he's on the bench here. Like, he's like, "Oh, are you okay, Kageyama? Like, figure it out, oh!" And starts yelling at him. It's like, dude, the guy's fine. Like, he just gets subbed out. He'll be fine. He'll be coming back in maybe later. Like, it's fine. People get subbed out. They get subbed in, they get subbed out. It's how volleyball works. Okay, so they made a new plan for Okawa's serves. I don't know what it is. Like, they change up their rotation a bit. So they just rotated around, or they didn't change positions, right? Okay, Tsuki. Nice hit to start, buddy. I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier. Hey, figure your shit out, pound one, get a point. So no-name guy from the bench just gave Kageyama a lecture about treating their hitters nicely. I don't really... maybe he'll set them in a better spot so they can take control. That was the learning we talked about last episode, was Kageyama learning to adjust his sets for his team rather than just do everything himself. And now they're talking about their new update for his serves. Just a two-man pass. Nishinoya and Daichi. They've never practiced it, apparently. So it's just the two best passers going to be there all the time. This is something we actually did in a match against a good team at the national championships here in Canada and University. Is we actually went with a two-person pass on float serves rather than the spinner, and went with 3 passes on the spin serve because the spins weren't as tough as those floats, and it seemed to work out for us, right? Because while they're trying to avoid everybody or pick a certain player, now you've just got way more space and you can know it's your responsibility. There's less seams to worry about, right? So it could work in their favor. So what's he going to do? So he pounds it to Daichi. Daichi handles it decently. So respect. Oh, it's a perfect pass. So set Asahi. Set Asahi. He's the guy. He's your best guy. Get back to him. Ah, you set Tanaka. Alright, I would have said Asahi, but fine. Tool Master. Tanaka's got that line tool attack down. He's done it a few times now. So Suga just set a high ball to Tanaka, and he just pounded it. Like, that was kind of what that no-name bench guy was saying. Is like, hey, if you just give it to our hitters in good position, they'll score. We don't always need to fool them with the fast offense. Just let them go to work. I think that's the learning for Kageyama, is that if he does some cool plays and also goes with some of the basic plays, he'll be way more well-rounded. I think that's the learning. He won't try to do everything himself, but trust his hitters more. Oh, he just pounded it over top of Suga's block. So this guy's also got a jump serve, a new guy. Over to Tanaka, they slam him. It's a tight game. Obajosai's up, but they're in closer. Because they broke that spin serve. That really seemed to be the difference. But now it's tight. They're going to have to win it on a point. They're going to have to earn points. So these two guys they're talking about how these guys are competing to stay in, to be it. And Kageyama, he's like hungry. So is Kageyama going to go to coach and say, hey, put me in, I want to fight? Maybe they do a 6-2 or something. Maybe they just share the court. I don't know. There's a ton of options. They seem to have a ton of great players. Ouch, Hinata, you got shit slammed by Onion Head. Come on, you can't let that happen, buddy. Oh, coach is putting him back in. Kageyama's rested enough. Suga, get your ass on the bench. Kageyama, figure your shit out. Asahi just asked for the ball, even though... Oh, he's not actually subbing him in. Nice pass, Daichi. Setting Asahi in the back row, because he said he's got it. And he absolutely pounded through that onion head. Chirp him through the net, Asahi. I know that's not your style, but let him know. Sit your ass down, bud. And now Kageyama comes back in. So our second sub ever in the series is the same guy going back in. Suga's like, alright, yeah, I did my work. Kageyama, go in there, rip a few serves, run a few nice quicks. Let's get the win. So this is the lesson for Kageyama, is that you got good players. Trust them, and let's win. Coach giving him feedback. Hey, you can use your middle a lot more. You said a lot of left side. You didn't use a ton of middle. That was pretty aggressive acceptance of the feedback. Yes, I will! Alright guys, well that'll do it for this episode. So it looks like we're going to get the finish of that match in the next episode. They're kind of dragging this one out for sure, but we did get the lesson there for Kageyama. Suga came in, took care of business, and then Kageyama's going to come in and try to trust his hitters. I think that's the challenge for him in the next episode. Just keep in mind, again, I like all these characters. I love the series. I'm just trying to have some fun, give a different perspective on the volleyball and stuff in the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button. Maybe subscribe if you haven't already. We do all sorts of videos like this related to volleyball, media, cool stuff, video games, that sort of thing on the channel. So welcome to the channel if you're new, and thanks for coming back if you've been here before. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time on Yes Guy Gaming.